pedal travel but more when you stand on it. It feels more linear, but the pedal remains on the squishy side. Its stopping distance from 70 miles per hour, 195 feet, also is significantly longer than those of the non-hybrid Accords. However, the hybrid pulls a reasonable 0.81 g on the skid pad despite the vocal protestations of its Michelin Energy Saver A/S tires. The Accord hybrid doesn't include paddle shifters, and there's really no attempt to feign sportiness other than a sport mode that merely ratchets up accelerator response and a B-shift mode that increases regenerative braking. Yet the Accord hybrid is easy to hustle and downright graceful on back roads, with new dampers helping to provide a smooth ride, a suspension that loads up quickly and predictably, and accurate steering that lets you dial in the right amount of input the first time. Yet that grace is juxtaposed against the groaning soundtrack coming from under the hood and the feeling that the hybrid system is going to respond just a little bit differently from moment to moment. Honda engineers reworked the car's core hybrid system hardware for 2017. A higher performance motor/generator sees its output boosted by 15 horsepower, with peak torque up 6 lb-ft to 232. A lighter weight power control unit mounts directly on the transmission. The battery pack is smaller, with a lighter and smaller DC-DC converter, an integral battery control unit, and more efficient cooling. Inner fender air slits and reshaped bumper corners reduce aerodynamic drag. Compared with Accord hybrids we've tested in the past, the performance improvements were inconsistent. The 2017 model was 0.2 seconds quicker from 5 to 60 miles per hour, 7.4 seconds, and from 50 to 70 miles per hour, 5.2 seconds, versus the 2014 model, yet it was 0.5 seconds slower from 30 to 50 miles per hour, at 4.0 seconds. Compared with the standard four-cylinder Accord, however, the hybrid feels quicker, and nearly all objective measures confirm that impression. All that said, the hybrid number that matters most is fuel economy, and we didn't get anything close to the impressive EPA numbers. Instead, we averaged 35 mpg, a whopping 13 mpg shy of the EPA combined rating. In the Accord X four-cylinder, by comparison, we averaged 30 mpg, just 1 mpg below its 31 mpg EPA combined number. Cruising at a steady 75 mph on the highway, we measured a more palatable 45 mpg. Built for a specific usage case. Hybrids are for a time and a place, and the current time is a challenging one for this entire class. When the Accord hybrid went on sale in 2014, gas prices had surged toward $3.70 a gallon nationally and were well over $4 a gallon in California. Demand was strong, but the factory couldn't supply enough cars to keep up, citing supply chain issues with the battery and electric drive components. Now Honda has that fixed, in part by moving production from Ohio to Japan, and dropping the even more confounding Accord plug-in hybrid from the lineup. And while Honda retains its original sales target of 30,000 vehicles a year, gas prices are far lower than they were when the previous car first went on sale. And as for the place, our Michigan test conditions of fast-moving freeways, stoplight-lined boulevards, and two-lane country back roads seem far from those for which the Accord hybrid was designed. Its bias toward electric propulsion would excel in the sort of gridlock commuter crawl you might encounter in cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, or Washington, D.C. The Accord hybrid is sold as the top-level model of the Accord lineup, which means it's expensive. The as-tested price on our touring version was $36,790, which included leather upholstery, adaptive cruise control, and navigation. The hybrid adopts most of the changes given to the rest of the Accord sedan lineup last year, including a sharpened front-end look, tidier rear styling, revamped interior trims and finishes, Honda Sensing active safety gear, and, for all but the base model, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Ultimately, the hybrid may hit the power versus efficiency sweet spot, but it isn't the sweetheart in the broader Accord lineup. It's the one you accept for the daily drive, when it's most definitely going to be a grind.